The legendary A-10 Warthog, a beloved military aircraft, is back in the spotlight with exciting upgrades that will keep it flying for another decade. Once targeted for retirement, this iconic warplane is now more powerful than ever, ready to face the challenges of modern warfare. Stay tuned to discover how this fierce fighter is evolving and what lies ahead for the Warthog. After much waiting, the U.S. Air Force has introduced an upgraded version of the A-10 Thunderbolt II, adoringly known as the Warthog. This new model, often called the Super A-10, is set to make the aircraft even better at close air support, CAS, helping it tackle the demands of modern warfare. With over 50 years of service since its first flight, the Warthog is ready for a new chapter, remaining among the best ground attack planes in military history. But first, let's take a quick look at its background. The A-10 was born out of a need for better support for ground troops during the Vietnam War. At that time, the Douglas A-1 Sky Raider, the main attack aircraft, was becoming too vulnerable to enemy attacks. The U.S. Air Force launched the AX Attack experimental program by creating a plane explicitly designed for close air support missions to address this issue. They had strict requirements, including a powerful 30mm rotary cannon and the ability to fly in all weather conditions. After thorough evaluations, Fairchild Republic's YA-10A was chosen in the 70s, leading to the creation of the A-10 Thunderbolt II. The first A-10 prototypes were built in Farmingdale, New York in the early 1970s, and the U.S. Air Force officially began using the A-10 in March 1976. By 1984, 715 A-10s, including experimental models, had been delivered. Today, with its new upgrades, the Warthog is ready to keep serving and adapting to the future of combat. Even though the A-10 Warthog is a big aircraft, it is very agile and deadly. Its two biggest advantages are its ability to survive and its ease of maintenance. The A-10 is designed to take off and land on rough airstrips and forward bases, which means it can handle damage from debris on the ground. The main landing gear partially sticks out even when retracted, making belly landings easier and less damaging in emergencies. The landing gear retracts forward, and if hydraulic power is lost, gravity and air resistance ensure that the gear can still lower and lock into place. Also, the aircraft has two General Electric TF-34GE100 turbofan engines placed high up behind the wings near the tail. This unique positioning helps protect the engines from damage. They also have a bypass ratio of 6:1, which makes them less visible to heat-seeking missiles. This feature keeps the A-10 safer in combat situations and allows easy access during servicing and rearming. Overall, the A-10's design makes it a resilient aircraft ready for challenging missions. During the Cold War, the A-10 was developed to combat Soviet armored divisions. It focused on destroying enemy tanks while being tough enough to withstand damage. Its airframe features titanium armor that can survive hits from armor-piercing and high-explosive projectiles. Don't worry about it, I'll brief more in a few minutes. Before moving on, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are interested in more epic fighter jets. The fantastic thing I found is that the A-10 is painted in particular camouflage patterns to make it harder to spot when flying low. Various designs, including the peanut scheme and winter colors, have been tested. The most common was the European woodland camouflage, which features green and gray tones to blend in with forest environments. After the Gulf War, a gray compass ghost scheme was introduced to counter ground threats. Some A-10s even have false canopies painted on their undersides to confuse enemies. The aircraft often displays nose art like shark mouths or warthog heads, adding character to their appearance. Since it first entered service, the A-10 has received many upgrades to improve its combat abilities. In 1978, it got the Pave-Penny laser receiver pod to use laser-guided bombs. 2 years later, an inertial navigation system was added. In the early 1990s, the aircraft was upgraded with computerized weapon aiming, autopilot features, and a ground collision warning system. By 1999, GPS navigation systems and multifunction displays were included, In the mid-1990s, the A-10 fleet faced severe issues with wing fatigue. Inspections revealed wing cracks, which led to the Hog-Up program in 1999 to extend the aircraft's service life. More significant problems were discovered later, prompting a new plan to replace the wings in 2006, with Boeing contracted to build 242 new ones. This program helped improve mission readiness and cut maintenance costs, allowing the A-10 to stay operational until at least 2035. By 1996, the aging wings of the A-10 had become a critical concern. In 2005, Boeing was awarded a contract worth $1.72 billion to modernize the wings of the fleet. From 2005 to 2011, the entire U.S. Air Force A-10 fleet was upgraded to the A-10C model. These upgrades included enhanced weather capabilities, improved fire control systems, intelligent bomb targeting, and advanced avionics. Pilots also received upgraded helmet-mounted targeting systems. By 2023, a new hybrid optical-based inertial tracker, HOBIT, was introduced, allowing pilots to target and engage up to 6 targets simultaneously, making the A-10 more lethal and effective in combat. Just wait, as I will discuss these features in detail in a while. But what makes this Warthog the father of all others in the war race? At the heart of the A-10 is the impressive Ga-U-8 Avenger cannon, a 7-barrel Gatling gun that can fire nearly 4,000 rounds per minute. This firepower can easily tear through tanks and armored vehicles, establishing the Warthog as a formidable force on the battlefield. This Warthog has so many amazing features that will surprise you. I'll discuss these in just a few minutes, so stay with us. It has to be accepted, when ground troops need air support, nothing like seeing an A-10 overhead boosts their spirits. This aircraft has become an icon of American military aviation and is celebrated in various military halls of fame. However, as drone technology and artificial intelligence advance, many wonder if the Warthog can continue to be relevant. Despite numerous attempts by the Pentagon to retire the A-10 in favor of newer multi-role aircraft like the F-35, there has been substantial pushback from soldiers, pilots, and Congress. They recognize that no other aircraft can replace the A-10's specific role in close air support. In 2015, the U.S. Air Force announced plans to retire the A-10 by 2022. However, as of 2024, the aircraft is still in service and receiving significant upgrades that enhance its capabilities. These improvements are not just minor adjustments. They make the Warthog an even more powerful force in modern warfare. Now you must be wondering, after this extensive upgrade, what will be its future in the modern race of war aircraft? We'll figure it out too soon. Moreover, the A-10 is designed for durability and survival in combat. Many parts of the aircraft are interchangeable, making it easier to repair after damage. Its systems are often armored or redundant, meaning if one part fails, another can take over. Pilots have been able to fly back to base with significant damage, like missing engines or wings, showing just how reliable the A-10 is. One standout feature is its manual flight control system, which allows pilots to fly the aircraft even if they lose hydraulic power. This incredible resilience was on display during Operation Desert Storm in 1991. The A-10 showcased its anti-tank skills, long loitering time, and broad combat range, achieving an impressive mission-capable rate of 95.7%. During the Gulf War, it flew over 8,100 sorties and launched 90% of the AGM-65 Maverick missiles used in that conflict. Additionally, the aircraft can loiter over battlefields for long durations, often staying in the air for up to 2 hours or more, especially with extra fuel tanks. Its design allows it to take considerable damage while remaining operational, contributing to its reputation as one of the most durable combat aircraft ever made. Balancing the A-10 is crucial for its combat performance. When no bullets are loaded, steel ballasts are placed in the nose to keep the aircraft stable. During a mission, the A-10's fire control system automatically adjusts the plane's position, ensuring it stays steady. This technology helps the A-10 hit its targets accurately, with 80% of shots landing within 5 meters from 1,000 feet away. This level of precision allows the A-10 to destroy enemy tanks quickly. To enhance its survivability, the A-10's 4 fuel tanks are located near the center of the aircraft and protected by armor. The fuel tanks are self-sealing and designed with mesh polyurethane foam to limit fuel leakage if damaged. Even if all 4 tanks are critically damaged, the aircraft has enough fuel in 2 self-sealing sumps for 23 miles of flight. The fuel tanks are self-sealing and protected by foam, adding another layer of safety. The A-10 is equipped with fire partitions and extinguishing gear that shields the engines to keep fires at bay. The engines are positioned high on the fuselage, reducing the chance of debris damage during rough landings. This placement also makes it easy for ground crews to quickly service and rearm the aircraft. The engines have a low infrared signature, making it harder for heat-seeking missiles to find them. Overall, the A-10's fuel system is designed to minimize the fire risk and ensure the aircraft can keep flying even if it suffers damage. This focus on safety and functionality makes the A-10 a reliable choice in combat situations. Despite this, the A-10 has 11 pylons under its wings for carrying different weapons. One key weapon is the AGM-65 Maverick missile, as I mentioned earlier, specifically designed to penetrate tank armor. The aircraft can also have large bombs weighing 500 or 2,000 pounds. With modern GPS-guided JDAM packages, these bombs are much more accurate than older ones. The A-10 may not fly over heavily defended battlefields like it once did, but it is still a vital support aircraft for U.S. troops in Afghanistan and Somalia. One of the significant updates is the addition of the GBU-39 small-diameter bomb, making it a flexible and effective weapon in the sky, a 250-pound bomb with wings and a guidance system. This bomb lets the A-10 hit targets from up to 40 miles away, and it can carry as many as 18 of them, making it capable of striking multiple targets at once. The A-10 is also expected to work alongside drones to suppress enemy defenses and remove armored vehicles. Drones can find enemy positions and relay the information to A-10 pilots, who can use the GBU-39 bombs before getting closer to engage tanks with AGM-65 Maverick missiles and other weapons. The A-10's design further emphasizes survivability. It features a unique titanium bathtub to protect the pilot from the dangers posed by such a heavy and explosive weapon. This protective shell encapsulates the pilot and the gun, ensuring that the shrapnel won't harm the pilot if an explosion occurs. This innovative design has saved numerous lives in combat situations. Even if the aircraft suffers significant injuries, it can still fly with one engine or parts of a wing missing. To boost its survivability, the A-10 can now carry the ADM-160 Miniature Air Launch Decoy, MAL. This clever decoy looks like another aircraft and sends signals that trick enemy missiles into targeting it instead of the A-10. It can even mimic larger planes like the B-52 bomber, making it much harder for enemies to hit the Warthog during combat. Modern upgrades to the A-10 began with the Precision Engagement Program 2005 to 2011, transitioning the fleet to A-10C standards. These enhancements included advanced avionics, improved targeting systems, and better communication tools, all contributing to the aircraft's ability to operate effectively in modern combat scenarios. If we continue discussing the features of the A-10, the list will never end, but let's move forward with it. In the A-10 Warthog, the ammunition casings are made of lightweight aluminum instead of heavy brass, cutting their weight by 30%. This design choice makes the aircraft lighter and helps it keep the empty casings on board instead of ejecting them. By retaining the casings, the A-10 avoids letting debris into its jet engines, which is crucial for safe flight. Plus, it helps keep the aircraft balanced while in the air. The A-10 has also undergone a major avionics upgrade. When it was first built, technology was much less advanced than it is today. The original systems were basic compared to the modern tech now available. Thanks to the upgrade, the A-10 now features cutting-edge avionics that significantly improve navigation, communication, and targeting. This allows pilots to lock onto enemy targets faster and more accurately. Advanced targeting pods give a more precise and detailed battlefield view, boosting the aircraft's effectiveness in combat. Beyond this, the A-10 Warthog has dramatically upgraded its countermeasures and navigation systems. It now has chaff and flares to confuse incoming missiles, plus improved radar warning receivers that can automatically deploy countermeasures when a threat is detected. This means the pilot can concentrate on flying while the aircraft controls its defenses. For navigation, the A-10 features a new central data unit, CDU that helps it find its way accurately, even without GPS. It uses a preloaded mission library with up to 2,000 data points, advanced software for matching terrain, and a radar-stabilized altimeter. With this technology, the pilot gets important navigation information, helping them stay on track, even in tough conditions. Not only this, the targeting system has also been upgraded with the ASQ-236 Dragoneye targeting pods. These pods use synthetic aperture radar to capture high-resolution images from high altitudes, allowing the A-10 to spot ground targets, including hidden IEDs, with incredible accuracy. This gives the pilot a big edge when finding and taking out enemy positions. One of the most revolutionary upgrades to the A-10 is the HU-55 Hybrid Optical-Based Inertial Tracker, Hobbit helmet, which provides real-time information to the pilot, such as altitude, airspeed, and enemy locations. The helmet has a heads-up display showing enemy and friendly units, helping the pilot make quick decisions. They can even target enemies by looking at them, making the A-10 even more potent in the air. In addition, the A-10 is equipped with Link 16, a secure communication system that allows for real-time data sharing with other aircraft. Pilots can share vital information like fuel levels and ammunition status, improving teamwork during complex missions. Plus, Link 16 enhances the A-10's effectiveness on the battlefield, ensuring that all pilots in a formation are on the same page during complex combat operations. While the A-10 is powerful, it faces some challenges, especially during steep dives where the engines can stall due to disrupted airflow. To help with this, the aircraft has wing slats that increase engine airflow. Additionally, when the Avenger cannon fires, it produces gases that could also cause stalls. To prevent this, the A-10 has a special windscreen that redirects these gases away from the aircraft, ensuring it operates smoothly during combat. How close air support is done changed significantly in the post-Cold War world. Now it focuses on using precision weapons from medium altitudes, and the A-10 Warthog has had to adapt. Even though it carries up to 16,000 pounds of ammo and has a 30 MEOR cannon, its role has shifted compared to newer aircraft. People have talked about retiring the A-10 for years, but the U.S. Air Force has decided to upgrade it instead. This means the Warthog will fly into the 2030s, long after the Cold War ended. The key to its upgrades is ensuring it can survive in challenging environments. Pilots will now use standoff weapons to hit targets from farther away. This new strategy helps the A-10 tackle threats while still being able to perform traditional missions. To keep the A-10 flying, a wing replacement program is in place. This initiative will hold 218 A-10Cs operational until the 2030s. They aim to give the aircraft a 16,000 flight hours lifespan, with 173 new wings already ordered. Inside the cockpit, a new multifunction color display will replace the older analog instruments, offering clearer imagery for targeting and navigation. Upgrades like the Scorpion helmet-mounted display will help pilots aim and engage targets more effectively. However, even with these enhancements, the A-10s is designed for something other than battlefields with advanced air defenses, like those from Russia. Instead, it will focus on less risky areas. The F-35 is set to replace missions over heavily defended zones. While the F-35 is faster and stealthier, it doesn't carry as much firepower as the A-10. The Warthog boasts a variety of weapons, such as the GAU-8RA Gatling gun and various bombs, while the F-35 can carry fewer weapons without being detected by radar. Looking ahead, unmanned systems might take over some of the A-10's close air support roles, especially in challenging airspace. Drones can be less expensive, heavily armed, and controlled from a distance, making them a smart option for close air support. The A-10's slow speed and ability to hover over battlefields make it perfect for close air support, something faster jets like the F-35 aren't designed for. In urban settings where accuracy is vital, the A-10 excels. Its capability to remain low and provide ongoing support is crucial in high-risk situations where ground troops require immediate assistance. Despite the uncertainty about how long the A-10 can remain in service, it has proven itself over nearly 50 years of upgrades. While some experts believe it can continue flying into the 2030s or later, maintaining the aircraft may become too costly. The U.S. military must weigh the benefits of keeping the A-10 against investing in newer technology. In conclusion, the A-10 Warthog has a legendary status in aviation history, and its recent upgrades ensure it will remain a powerful close air support aircraft. Its unique capabilities and storied past suggest it will continue to play an essential role in military operations for the foreseeable future. I hope you liked this video. If you're interested in learning more about war vehicles, then the recently uploaded video on the channel is a must-see. It is based on Elon Musk's recent revelation of Warship as shown on your screen. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe to the channel.